Hello and welcome to the Barrel House. I am your host, Joe Kane. Most of you already know that. And today we're not talking about whiskey, which we usually do. Today we're talking about us. This is that time where this relationship needs to have a conversation. What does that mean? So a number of you already support the show over at patreon.com/barrelhouse, and I have news for you. And a few of you have asked what Patreon is, and a number of you are probably on the fence with what you want to or if you should give over Patreon. So what Patreon is? What is Patreon? Patreon is a platform that allows you, the listener, to support the show through a value for value model. What that means is if you think this show has given you any information or any enjoyment that you find valuable, you can give me value back. If I've led you down a path to a bottle you liked, or if you've learned something about whiskey that you are happy to have learned, if you've joined us for live shows and watched a couple hours of entertainment and laughed, and you think that's worth $1 a month, you can give me $1 a month or 5 or 10, whatever you think it's worth at patreon.com. And I can provide you not only with the content you already see, but with exclusive content and perks based on the tier you subscribe at. Now, a number of you already subscribe. I have a lot of you subscribing at various tiers here, and I felt like through some feedback and some soul searching, we need to make some changes here. So let's go through what the changes are. And for those of you who are thinking about joining, pay attention here because there might be something that you think is that tipping point to sign up. So the $1 tier remains the same. It is the quote unquote tip your bartender sort of tier. You don't get anything really. Occasionally I'll send out an exclusive piece there just to reward you guys a little bit more, but the promised reward there is just a big thank you for supporting the show. That is just you saying, hey, the content you're giving is worth $1 a month. It's worth $12 a year. That's less than Netflix costs a month. And if you watch a couple of live shows, that's hours of entertainment. So $1 a month to say, hey, thank you. The $5 tier, it's a little bit more money. And I don't think it's right to not give you anything for $5 a month. So the $5 a month perk tier gets you early access to the podcasts in audio form, and it gets you occasionally exclusive videos and some of the higher tier perks just kind of fed down to you just as a little reward because I want you to feel like you're getting something for your money. Those two tiers are unchanged from before. I have a lot of you on those tiers already. I'm hoping to bring a few more of you into those tiers, but those tiers are mostly unchanged. The $10 tier will be changing. The $10 tier is our Connoisseur tier, if I remember correctly. I was too clever when I made this stuff up. So that tier is getting all the same perks I had before, but in addition, you will have an episode dedicated to you when you sign up at that tier. So if you're at the $5 tier now and you transfer over to the $10 tier, that'll be your day of signing up for the $10 tier. And you'll get an episode dedicated to you. In addition, on your anniversary, so every year on that date, you will also get that episode dedicated to you. Now, if we have multiple people in the same month or on the same day, we'll work something out. We'll make sure everybody gets their episode. I might even do special content just to make sure you get your episode on your anniversary. Everyone will get that. In addition, the featured guest reward from the Whiskey Legend tier perk, which is the next perk up, will be offered to this tier on a first come, first serve basis from time to time. So I will throw it out there on the Discord. Hey, anybody at the $10 tier want to partake in this? And the first people to say yes will get to take on the featured guest perk. What is the featured guest perk? It's a great question. Let's go on to the $20 a month tier, the Whiskey Legend tier. This is a big tier. Very few of you subscribe here. I don't expect a lot of you to, but this is a big tier, so it gets big rewards. In addition to all of the perks from the $5 and $10 tier and all of the perks it had before, it will also be guaranteed at least one guest appearance on the show per year. What does a guest appearance mean? Means we can review a whiskey together. We can do a live together. We're going to talk about what you want to do for your guest appearance, and we'll make that happen. If you choose not to be on camera, you don't want to be on an episode, I will let you help plan an episode or choose a drink, and I will entertain non-whiskey drinks for these episodes. I know a couple of you who are already at this tier have asked me to look at a couple of tequilas or Jepson's Malort. And previously I would hard no those for this show. But going forward for this tier, if you want to suggest or strong arm me into a drink that's not strictly whiskey instead of being on the show, or maybe in addition to being on the show, but I'm going to make you drink it too if we're doing it together, we can do that. Now, the $50 a month tier, very few people have subscribed to this. I don't expect anybody to do this. This is a ton of money. This is ridiculous. It's even called the out of your mind tier. However, if you choose to do the $50 a month tier, if you choose to be reckless enough with your income to do that, you get all the perks from the $20 a month tier down. The perks that were listed before, which include one-on-one chats about whiskey, video chats, whatever, a tasting, a number of things. You will also get a regular appearance on the show. That means if you want to do like a 4 or 5 time a year appearance on the show, if you want to do check-ins, if you want to document your progress or travels through the world of whiskey with me, we will figure out a schedule to make you a regular seat on this show. If you wouldn't, same with the $20 a month tier. If you don't want to be on camera, we can work something out. I can talk about your experience with you off camera and then talk about it without you on camera. You can pick out a whiskey or non-whiskey for me to drink for a couple episodes. Also, should we ever be in the same area, I will meet you somewhere and buy you drinks. That's going to be the new thing. We will have a drink together in person should we ever be in the same area. Probably not down here, since I don't want people from the internet in my home. But I will meet you somewhere and we will do the thing. There's a few other things in the works, and I would love to have your feedback, all of you, patrons or not, on what you would like to see change here going forward. This is constantly rolling and adapting. I'm here to make these tiers work for you the way you would like them. But this is where I landed after a lot of talk and feedback with the patrons who currently exist. So these changes are going to start right now. Technically as I'm recording tomorrow, but as you see this, probably right now. And I would love to hear from a number of you on what you think about these changes and what we can do to grow the show together going forward. I really appreciate your time. If you made it all the way through this video, this was a little longer than I thought. I thought I was going to be able to blast through this in like 3 minutes, but here we are at like 5 times that or something. I don't know. It feels like it's been a while. But thank you very much for all your support, whether it's patreon.com/barrelhouse or just listening and sharing, commenting on social media. I look forward to hearing from all of you. And if you have any questions, you can reach me wherever you're listening to this, or you can go to barrelhousepodcast.com and there's links to all the social media, or patreon.com/barrelhouse. If you sign up there, you can direct message me right from there, and those I answer immediately. So those are no matter what tier you're at, if you're on there, I get them immediately. So that's all I have really for today. Thank you so much. I look forward to hearing from all of you. Until next time, drink whiskey, be merry, and you take care.